Welcome back to our channel, Quartioli Cooking Family, where we try to make easy, delicious cooking for all ages. Today we will be showing you how to make super easy hamburgers, which are completely homemade. You want to start by grabbing half of an onion and start to chop it finely. So you have finely cut your onions. You can choose to put on some gloves if you don't like the texture of the meat. And then put your minced meat into a big bowl with the onions. Then add your cheese and your spices. Make sure that your cheese is very finely grated so that it melts really nicely. Then make sure to really mix your meat really well because you want everything to be combined so that it has great taste. Once you are done mixing, start to put it in a bowl shape so that once it's resting, it stays very nice and compact. You want to now grab some cling wrap and cover your mince with it, and then put your mince meat into the fridge for about one night, so one day before you actually make the hamburgers. So the next day, you can take your minced meat and prepare a couple of squares from a sheet of baking paper, and this will just make everything so much easier. So we will show you two ways. The first way is with a hamburger maker that is just for this purpose, and what you want to do is you want to open it up and put your baking paper inside, and then grab the top bit, grab a little bit, about a handful of your minced meat, and then pop it in the middle and grab your top bit and squish down as hard as you can, but not too hard because you don't want to make it too flat. So if you put in your paper first, your baking paper, it will make it so much easier to take out of the shape later on. So it's just an extra step that will make it so much easier for you. The next way is, if you do not have one of those hamburger makers, you can just grab a cookie cutter that's round and put your baking paper under it, and then just use your fist or like a big spoon or anything to squash it down. Not too much, but just a little bit, and this method will probably make a bit of a thicker hamburger, but it doesn't really matter. Once all of your hamburgers are ready, you want to heat your pans to high heat, your pans on high, and then pop some butter in one of the pans and start mixing your buns in the pan. This is totally optional. You can totally just have a hamburger just like that, but this is if you want to make like a hamburger and fill it with anything. So to make your hamburger buns a little bit more tasty, you want to cook them a little bit first with some butter in the pan on high heat. You want to then place your hamburger on another pan on high and just really let it cook for as long as it needs until it's really well cooked through. remember to check on your buns and take them out once you notice that they start to brown. And remember to turn your meat so that it does not burn, but that both sides are equally cooked. Just keep doing the same thing for all of your hamburgers until you have cooked them all. This next part is completely optional. Here we are just putting our hamburger in a bun and filling it with a whole bunch of things and sauces. But this hamburger is perfect by itself, or with some melted cheese on top, or in a hamburger. So I hope you enjoyed this amazing, easy recipe. Bye!